Want to learn an hour of fun facts? Subscribe to Zarpado? We're starting now. Actor Tom Cruise once sent a 50-pound coconut cake to hundreds of his celebrity friends as a Christmas gift. This annual tradition is so famous in Hollywood that many celebrities eagerly await their package from Doan's Bakery. Durian is known as the king of fruits in Southeast Asia, but its smell is often compared to rotten garbage. It's so pungent that it is banned in hotels and on public transport in countries like Singapore and Thailand for hygiene reasons. The Tatra 87 was a Czechoslovakian car famous for its dorsal fin and rear-mounted air-cooled engine. It was so fast and difficult to drive that it was said to be the Allies' secret weapon because many Nazi officers died in crashes. The El Calacho festival in Spain involves men dressed as devils jumping over newborn babies. This leap is believed to cleanse children of original sin and protect them from illness, a tradition dating back to the 17th century. The Baghdad Battery is a collection of clay pots containing copper cylinders and ancient iron rods. It is speculated that they may have been used for galvanism or electrotherapy centuries before electricity was invented. Periodic cicadas emerge from the ground only once every 13 to 17 years to reproduce in a massive population explosion. This synchronization is a survival strategy to overwhelm predators, ensuring that millions of them survive. Mont Saint-Michel in France becomes an inaccessible island twice a day due to the highest tides in Europe. For centuries, pilgrims had to cross the quicksand to reach the abbey before the water rose rapidly. The jewel skeletons are the remains of Roman saints sent to Germany and Switzerland to replace destroyed relics. They were adorned with gold, silk, and precious stones by nuns, creating macabre and dazzling figures that can still be seen in some churches. Egypt and Sudan share an area called Bir Tawil, a 772 square mile territory that neither country claims as its own. It is one of the few terra nullius lands in the world due to discrepancies in the borders drawn by the British in 1899 and 1902, leaving the area in a complete legal limbo. The mystery of the bells. That ring by themselves refers to several temples in Tibet, where giant bells vibrate without human intervention during moments of great stillness. Local monks attribute the sound to spiritual energies or the harmonic resonance of the earth, creating an atmosphere of mysticism that attracts scholars. Julian Kupka was the sole survivor of a plane crash in the Amazon rainforest in 1971. After falling from a height of about 9,840 feet while still strapped into her airplane seat. Severely wounded, she walked for 11 days through the crocodile-infested jungle until she found help, using knowledge her biologist father had taught her. The Doomsday Vault in Norway stores millions of seeds from every country in the world to ensure biodiversity in the event of a massive global catastrophe. It is located 394 feet deep inside a rock mountain, designed to withstand nuclear explosions and rising sea levels due to climate change. The Aero car from 1949 was a pioneering design by Moulton Taylor that allowed the driver to tow the airplane's wings and tail behind the car like a regular trailer. Once at the airport, they could be assembled in 5 minutes, and functional units still exist that can legally fly and drive on Florida streets. Actor Bela Lugosi, famous for playing Dracula, was buried in the character's full cape at the express request of his family and the Hungarian actor's own wish. Lugosi identified so strongly with the vampire that, in his later years, he would often receive journalists in a coffin to maintain the Gothic image that had made him wealthy. Witchetty grubs are a staple food in the diet of Australian Aboriginal people, rich in protein and with a flavor many compare to scrambled eggs. They can be eaten alive or roasted in the ashes of a campfire until their skin becomes crispy, making them one of the oldest sources of energy in the desert. The Alaskan wood frog can freeze almost completely during the winter, stopping its heart and breathing for weeks while its body solidifies. It uses glucose as a natural antifreeze to protect its cells, and when spring arrives, it thaws and returns to life within minutes, completely unharmed. The mystery of the Mary Celeste is the story of a ship found adrift in the Atlantic in 1872, with no one on board, but with all its cargo and food intact. There were no signs of a struggle, and the lifeboat was missing, leaving historians wondering why the crew would abandon a perfectly functional vessel. Congenital analgesia is an extremely rare condition where a person is unable to feel physical pain of any kind, putting them at constant risk of serious injury. Without this warning system, those affected can bite their tongue or fracture bones without realizing it, requiring constant and extreme medical and personal supervision. In Kiribati, the population lives in the only country in the world located in all four hemispheres simultaneously: north, south, east, and west. Its dispersion along the equator and the 180th meridian gives this group of islands a fascinating political and temporal geography, making them the first to celebrate the new year. The Castells of Catalonia are impressive human towers that can reach up to 10 levels in height, formed by hundreds of people held together by strength. This practice requires perfect coordination and courage, especially from the child called the Encinita, who must reach the top of the structure before it can be successfully dismantled. Keanu Reeves is famous in Hollywood for donating a large portion of his earnings from the Matrix trilogy to the special effects team and for giving Harley-Davidson motorcycles to his stunt doubles. His humility often leads him to ride the New York subway like any other citizen, distancing himself from the luxuries and eccentricities typical of movie stars. In Scotland, haggis is a savory pudding containing chopped sheep's heart, liver, and lungs, with onions and oats, traditionally cooked inside the animal's stomach. It is the country's national dish and is served with mashed potatoes and turnips, and was a staple at Robert Burns' dinners where poems were recited in its honor. The Reliant Robin is a famous British three-wheeled car that became known for its tendency to tip over when taking sharp bends at moderate speeds. Despite its instability, it was very popular in the UK because it could be driven with a motorcycle license, saving money on annual taxes and insurance. The Mimosa pudica plant instantly closes its leaves when touched, as if it had a primitive nervous system that allows it to react to external physical stimuli. This defense serves to repel herbivorous insects and to conserve water during extreme heat, with the leaves slowly reopening after a few minutes. The Piri Reis map from 1513 depicts the coastlines of South America and Antarctica with astonishing detail that seems impossible given the navigational technology of the time. Some suggest the map was based on much older sources that showed the land before glaciers covered it, challenging the official narrative. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 in 2014 remains the greatest mystery in modern aviation, with a giant aircraft simply vanishing from all radar. Despite years of searching the Indian Ocean, the main fuselage has never been found, leaving families without answers about the final fate of their loved ones. China's terracotta army consists of more than 8,000 life-size figures of soldiers, each with a unique face representing a real army. They were buried with the first emperor to protect him in the afterlife, and their bronze weapons were so sharp they continued to cut even after 2,000 years underground. On Tanna Island in Vanuatu, there's a tribe that worships Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, as a deity descended from a powerful mountain spirit. The cult began after a royal visit in the 1970s, and members of the tribe keep photos of the prince, believing his spirit will one day return to the island to bring them prosperity. The most expensive Fabergé Easter egg sold for $18 million, making it one of the most intricate pieces of jewelry ever created for the Russian imperial family. Each egg contained a tiny mechanical surprise inside, ranging from a golden carriage to a songbird, representing the height of luxury during the Tsarist era. The Solar World Numero 1 is a race car powered entirely by solar energy that has crossed entire continents without using a single drop of fossil fuel or batteries. These vehicles use high-efficiency silicon panels and ultralight materials to reach speeds of up to about 75 miles per hour using only sunlight. In Iceland, cured ram's testicles are consumed as part of a traditional festival called Þorrablót, which celebrates the country's ancient Viking roots. This dish is served pressed into blocks and has a sour taste, one of the many challenging foods that Icelanders keep alive out of cultural pride. The Mandela effect occurs when a large group of people remember an event or detail differently than it actually happened, such as Nelson Mandela's death in prison. Many believe this is evidence of parallel universes or changes in the timeline, though psychologists attribute it to very powerful collective false memories. Your heart pumps enough blood over an average lifetime to fill 3 giant oil tanks, beating more than 2.5 billion times without ever stopping. It's a tireless muscle that generates its own electrical impulse, allowing it to keep beating even if it's removed from the body for a few minutes during surgery. The Diomede Islands are only about 2.5 miles apart, but have a 21-hour time difference because the international date line passes right between them. You can walk from Russia to the United States on the ice in winter, literally passing from tomorrow to yesterday in a matter of a few steps across the invisible border. Victor Hugo wrote Les Miserables using an extreme method of discipline. He would remove all his clothes and keep only a blanket to force himself to stay indoors and write. His servant was ordered not to return his clothes until he had completed his daily quota of pages, thus enabling him to finish one of the longest novels in the French language. Your DNA is so long that, if you unwound it from every cell in your body, it would reach the planet Pluto and back several times, covering real astronomical distances. All the information needed to build you is compressed into a microscopic space, demonstrating the incredible efficiency of biological data storage. The song of humpback whales can be heard hundreds of miles away and has grammatical structures similar to those of the most complex human languages. These songs change every season and are learned by other males, creating musical trends that spread throughout the ocean like marine radio hits. There is a fungus called the bleeding fungus, Hydnellum pecki, that excretes a bright red liquid that looks like real blood, although it is actually a sap full of thick pigments. Although it sounds dangerous or like something out of a horror movie, it is not toxic, but its taste is extremely bitter to prevent forest animals from eating it. In Samoa, it is illegal to forget your wife's birthday, and if she complains to the police, the husband can receive a formal warning or even be forced to pay a fine. This law aims to promote family harmony and ensure that important dates are not overlooked, making it one of the more curious rules in the South Pacific. Flight 19 was a group of 5 military aircraft that disappeared in 1945 over the Bermuda Triangle without a trace, even after a massive search by sea and air. The strangest thing was that the planes sent to rescue them also exploded and disappeared, becoming a cornerstone of modern myths about that area of the Atlantic. Ada Lovelace is considered the first computer programmer in history, having written the first algorithm intended to be processed by a mechanical calculating machine in the 19th century. She saw the potential of computers to go beyond numbers, imagining that one day they could create music or art if given the right instructions. The black box on airplanes isn't black, but bright orange, so it can be easily located among the wreckage of a crash on land or underwater. It can withstand temperatures of about 2012 degrees Fahrenheit and immense pressures, making it the key tool for understanding what went wrong and improving the safety of all flights. Modern aircraft carriers are floating cities powered by nuclear energy, capable of sailing for 20 years without ever needing to refuel. They have their own water treatment plant, hospital, and runways, projecting a nation's military power to any corner of the world's oceans. The gold found throughout the world originally came from explosions of distant stars that collided billions of years ago, sending the heavy metal to our planet. Every ring we wear is literally stardust that was trapped by Earth's gravity during its formation, making it a cosmic treasure of incalculable value today. The world's largest Rubik's Cube was made in Russia and measures almost 6.5 feet tall, weighing over 220 pounds. It is fully functional and can be solved in public. Unlike the original, it requires the strength of several people to turn its faces and presents a logistical as well as a mental challenge for puzzle enthusiasts. The poet Edith Sitwell had a habit of sleeping in an open coffin, not out of morbid curiosity, but because she believed the wood and the shape protected her body from negative vibrations. This macabre ritual was part of her public image as a Gothic lady, but for her it was a necessary refuge for her creativity and her extreme artistic sensitivity. Transparent solar panels use an invisible spectrum of light to generate electricity, allowing skyscraper windows to become batteries. This advancement could transform cities, enabling each building to produce its own energy without altering the architectural aesthetic or blocking natural light. Isao Mechi is a Japanese swordsman with the fastest reflexes in the world, capable of slicing a bullet fired in mid-flight with his katana with deadly precision. His ability stems from his brain processing information before his conscious mind registers it, allowing him to react at the speed of sound, not sight. The crown jewels of England include the Cullinan one, the world's largest cut diamond, which is the size of a hen's egg and weighs over 530 carats. Its value is said to be incalculable, but it is estimated to be worth over $400 million, symbolizing the wealth and power of the British Empire. The eccentric millionaire William Randolph Hearst bought European castles and dismantled them piece by piece to rebuild them in California, creating the famous Hearst Castle. His art collection was so vast that it inspired the film Citizen Kane, illustrating how wealth can become an obsession with accumulation and power. Hypersonic unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, can reach Mach 20, over 14 on 900 miles per hour, allowing a missile to circle the globe in less than 2 hours of flight. This extreme speed defies the laws of physics, making it one of the most disruptive and closely guarded military technologies of the world's major powers today. Emperor Norton was an eccentric from San Francisco who in 1859 proclaimed himself Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico without holding any real power. He issued his own currency, which was accepted by local merchants, and gave speeches to the people, becoming a beloved and respected figure for his harmless eccentricity. The death ray is a concept weapon that Nikola Tesla designed to project a beam of charged particles capable of shooting down aircraft from about 186 miles away. Although it was never built, his plans were taken seriously by the US government, demonstrating the futuristic vision of the Serbian-American inventor in his time. The scientist and philosopher Isaac Newton spent much of his life searching for the philosopher's stone and calculating the exact date of the end of the world based on biblical texts. His work in alchemy was more extensive than his work in physics, demonstrating that even the most rational and scientific mind can be drawn to ancient mysticism. The wingsuit allows skydivers to glide horizontally over great distances at speeds of up to 124 miles per hour, mimicking the flight of a giant flying squirrel. It is made of fabric that inflates with the wind, turning freefall into a sport of extreme precision that requires total control of the body and gravity. The mathematician Paul Erdos was a homeless genius who traveled the world seeking refuge with colleagues, saying, "My brain is open." He wrote over 1,500 articles, believing his personal life to be a distraction and dedicating every second to the pursuit of numerical truth with total obsession. Kurt Cobain's Fender Mustang guitar, used in the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, sold for $4.5 million, despite being broken and having a low market value. Its high price is due to its iconic status as a symbol of the 1990s grunge movement and the rebellious spirit of a generation that defined a musical era. King George IV of England had such a large collection of corsets and girdles that it became an obsession as he sought the perfect shape for his always voluptuous body. His wardrobe was extravagant and expensive, and his extravagance led to his bankruptcy and to being hated by the people who saw him as a spendthrift and out-of-control monarch. Lady Gaga wore a dress made entirely of raw meat on the red carpet, an act that was both a political and artistic statement about veganism. The dress was created by a butcher and weighed over 22 pounds, becoming one of the most controversial and memorable fashion moments of the entire 20th century. Ultra-high-speed slow motion can capture images at 10 trillion frames per second, allowing us to see light traveling through space in the vibration of atoms. It is used in the study of ultra-fast chemical reactions, giving us a glimpse into physical processes that were previously invisible to the human eye or machines. The writer Hunter S. Thompson lived on a diet of Coca-Cola, whiskey, cigarettes, and other substances, with a writing routine that began at 4 p.m. His lifestyle and writing style, gonzo journalism, became a cult of self-destruction, reflecting his anarchic view of American society at the time. The sand fiddle is a musical instrument that produces melodic sounds by rubbing two pieces of glass with fine sand between them, creating an ethereal sound. It was invented in the 18th century, and its sound resembles that of the human voice. It is a collector's item due to its delicate nature and the unusual nature of its harmonic musical production. The singer Michael Jackson had a private zoo at his Neverland Ranch, with chimpanzees, elephants, and tigers, reflecting his obsession with childhood innocence. His life was a bubble of fantasy, an attempt to recreate the childhood he never had, which made him a musical genius and a complete and utter pop eccentric. The laughing mirror is a device that detects a person's laughter and emits a recorded laugh sound, causing the user to laugh even louder due to the contagious effect. It is used in laughter therapy and in amusement parks, demonstrating the psychological power of laughter as a tool for overall social well-being. Edison's kinetoscope was the first device that allowed the viewing of individual films through a slit, making it the precursor to the modern cinema we see today. It was a cumbersome machine that required coins to operate, demonstrating that cinema began as a fairground attraction before becoming a global art form. Daniel Tammet is a savant with Asperger's who memorized 22,500 digits of pi in a single attempt, and can learn a new language in just 1 week of intensive study. His mind sees numbers as shapes, textures, and colors, a form of synesthesia that gives him an incredible advantage in mathematical calculations and data memorization. The 18-karat solid gold toilet, called America, was designed by Maurizio Cattelan and was stolen from Winston Churchill's home during a total art exhibition. It was fully functional and could be used by museum visitors, serving as a critique of extreme wealth and the uselessness of luxury in modern society. A Shrita Furman of the United States holds the record for the most Guinness World Records, with over 600 titles, including running with a milk bottle on his head and juggling underwater. His goal is to demonstrate that the mind and body can achieve anything with meditation and discipline. He is a record breaker and a man of unwavering faith. The shoe phone was a Soviet KGB spying device that concealed a microphone and transmitter in the heel of a shoe to listen to conversations in closed rooms. It was used during the Cold War to spy on diplomats and leaders, and is a piece of secret technology that seems straight out of a James Bond film. NASA uses the same futuristic typography on its spacecraft that was used in the design of the famous Volkswagen Beetle logo from the 1960s. This demonstrates how minimalist design and aesthetics can be applied to both space exploration and mass-market cars in the post-war era. Singer Elvis Presley once flew from Memphis to Denver just to buy a peanut butter and bacon sandwich. He spent thousands of dollars on the private flight to satisfy his craving for the fool's gold loaf, a bread roll stuffed with a pound of jam and bacon. Ojo y sesos tacos are popular in Mexico and are served using steamed beef head meat. Although they may seem strange to some tourists, they are highly prized for their tender texture and intense flavor, considered a true delicacy. The BMW Gina is a concept car that doesn't have a metal body. Instead, it's covered in a stretch fabric. The material is stretched over a movable frame, allowing the car to change shape or the headlight's eyes to open like eyelids. The Anastasia firewalking is a mystical rite in Greece and Bulgaria, where devotees dance on burning embers. They claim not to suffer burns due to their religious faith, and because they enter a trance-like state while holding icons of Christian saints. Naypyidaw City is the capital of Myanmar and boasts highways with up to 20 lanes that are usually nearly deserted. It was secretly built in the middle of the jungle and is known as a giant ghost town due to its immense size and small population. Hitler's telephone was a red device with a swastika that was used to issue the most atrocious orders. It was recovered from the Berlin bunker and sold at auction for over $2,000 as a dark historical artifact from World War II. In Spain, the village of Setnil de las Bodegas has houses and streets built directly under enormous overhanging boulders in a natural canyon. Unlike caves, the rock serves as a natural roof, keeping the dwellings cool in summer and warm in winter, creating one of the rarest architectural styles in Europe. Alida Andre is an Australian artist who began her professional career at 9 months old, selling abstract paintings for thousands of dollars to collectors. Her style has been compared to that of Jackson Pollock, and she had her first solo exhibition in New York at the age of 4, becoming the youngest painter in the world. The CIA's Crow's Nest is a micro camera designed during the Cold War that was concealed inside a stuffed bird to spy on diplomats in public parks. This device included a tiny motor that allowed the bird's head to move and focus on targets, making it one of the rarest pieces of actual espionage technology. The Lancia Sibilo is a 1978 prototype that featured a polycarbonate body where the windows blended seamlessly into the metal body using a gradual paint transition. The steering wheel was a single solid disc-shaped piece of plastic that housed all the controls in the center, eliminating traditional column-mounted levers. Prince had a room in his Paisley Park mansion dedicated solely to a collection of Bibles from different religions and languages, which he frequently studied. He was a Jehovah's Witness and sometimes went door to door in Minneapolis neighborhoods preaching his faith, surprising residents with his presence. Lutefisk is a Scandinavian dish made from dried cod treated with caustic soda until it acquires a gelatinous texture and a pungent, hard-to-ignore smell. The chemical process is so strong that it can dissolve silverware, and it must be thoroughly rinsed with water before being served with melted butter and mashed potatoes. The ai is a lemur from Madagascar with an extremely long, thin middle finger that it uses to bang on tree trunks and locate grubs using echolocation. Once it detects food, it uses its finger like a hook to extract it, and its strange appearance makes it a harbinger of bad luck for locals. Adermatoglyphia is an extremely rare genetic condition that causes people to be born without fingerprints, having completely smooth fingertips. This causes problems when traveling or dealing with legal matters, and only a few families worldwide have been documented with this mutation, known as retardation disease. Switzerland has enough nuclear bunkers to house 100% of its population in the event of armed conflict or a global catastrophe. By law, every new home or building must include a shelter or pay a fee to fund a public one, making the country one of the most survival-prepared nations in the world. In Scotland, the Uphelly Aa Festival marks the end of the Christmas season with a procession of thousands of people dressed as Vikings carrying lit torches. The climax occurs when they throw all the torches at a hand-built wooden Viking longship, burning it to the ground in a breathtaking and ancient fire display. Breadfruit is a staple food on many Pacific islands that, when cooked, has a flavor and texture strikingly similar to freshly baked bread. A single fruit can feed an entire family, and was the main reason for the famous mutiny on the Bounty, as it was being transported to the colonies. Ball lightning is an extremely rare atmospheric phenomenon where a floating sphere of light appears during thunderstorms and can pass through closed walls or windows. It has been reported for centuries, but science is still struggling to recreate it stably in laboratories to understand exactly what kind of energy keeps it going. Tutankhamun's trumpets are a pair of silver and bronze instruments found in his tomb that supposedly have the power to invoke war when played. In 1939, the BBC recorded their sound, and shortly afterward, World War II began, fueling the legend of an ancient curse linked to their metallic sound. The White City, or City of the Monkey God, in the Honduran jungle was considered a legend until 2012 when laser technology was used to find ruins beneath the trees. Archaeologists discovered a lost and mysterious civilization that left behind intact stone sculptures before disappearing for reasons that remain unexplained. The Comfort women were victims of a system of sexual slavery organized by the Japanese military during World War II throughout occupied Asia. This remains a source of significant diplomatic tension today, as survivors fight for recognition and an official apology for the abuses. In Japan, there is one vending machine for every 23 people, offering everything from hot drinks to underwear, umbrellas, and freshly cooked food on almost every street corner. This ubiquity is due to the low crime rate and fast-paced lifestyle, where self-service convenience is valued as an essential part of society. The Towers of Silence are circular structures used by Zoroastrians to expose their deceased to the elements and carrion birds for purification. According to their beliefs, the dead body is impure and should not contaminate the earth, fire, or water. So this method ensures a natural and pure return to the cycle of life. Crystal skulls are objects carved from clear quartz that supposedly have Mesoamerican origins and psychic powers for their owners. Although modern analysis indicates that most were manufactured in 19th century Europe, they remain icons of mystery and fantastical archaeology in popular culture. The Brubaker box was a car kit based on a VW Beetle chassis that was converted into a compact van with a single sliding side door. Its design was radically boxy and futuristic for the 1970s, and today it is a highly valued collector's item for its unique spaceship aesthetic for the beach. The blue-ringed octopus is one of the most venomous animals in the ocean, with a toxin 1,000 times more potent than cyanide that can kill a human in a matter of minutes. There is no known antidote for its venom, and treatment consists of keeping the patient on artificial respiration until the body eliminates the neurotoxin on its own. Audrey Hepburn had a pet deer named Pippin, who followed her everywhere, even to the supermarket and the sets of her most famous Hollywood films. The bond between them was so strong that the animal slept on her bed, creating an image of sweetness and eccentricity that defined the actress's unique personality. Muktuk is a traditional Inuit food consisting of frozen whale skin and blubber, which is eaten raw and has a flavor reminiscent of hazelnuts or fresh coconut. It is a vital source of vitamin C in the Arctic, where fruits and vegetables don't grow, allowing these communities to survive in one of the harshest climates on Earth. Eastern Airlines Flight 401 gave rise to a ghost legend after its 1972 crash, with reports of crew apparitions on other airline planes. The spirits were said to appear in the cockpits of planes using parts salvaged from the crashed aircraft, warning of potential future mechanical failures. Your skeleton is completely renewed every 10 years, meaning your current bones are not the same ones you were born with, or the ones you had when you reached your last decade of life. Cells called osteoclasts and osteoblasts work tirelessly to remove old bone and build new bone, keeping our structure strong and healthy. Sound cannot travel in the vacuum of space because there are no air molecules or other mediums to carry pressure waves, so explosions, they are silent. Despite what science fiction films depict, absolute silence reigns in the cosmos, and astronauts must use radios to communicate even when in close proximity. There is a planet called 55 Cancri E that is composed largely of diamond due to the extreme pressure and high concentration of carbon in its internal structure. It is located very close to its parent star, which causes its surface to be covered in molten lava, making it a cosmic jewel impossible to visit for now. The Soviet Alpha-class titanium submarine was so fast that the U.S. Navy could not track it, as its titanium hull was silent and pressure-resistant. Its technology was a state secret, a symbol of the USSR's technical superiority in submarine warfare, a constant source of fear for NATO. Donald Gorski from the United States holds the record for eating the most McDonald's Big Macs, having consumed over 3,000 in his lifetime without ever stopping. His diet is an obsession with the brand, a case study in extreme nutrition and total perseverance to achieve a completely unusual and unique goal. The most expensive carbon fiber surfboard is encrusted with white gold and diamonds, designed to be displayed on a luxury yacht off the beaches of Malibu. Its value is $1.3 million, and its owner never uses it to surf, demonstrating that luxury is an art form and a way of flaunting pure, unadulterated wealth. Masutatsu Oyama was a karate master who fought wild bulls with his bare hands, killing several with a single full karate strike. His strength was legendary, demonstrating the power of training and mental discipline to overcome physical limitations and face nature unarmed and fearless. The magic lantern was the first still image projector, using a candle and oil as a light source to project images painted on glass onto a white wall. It was the most popular form of entertainment before cinema, a spectacle of ghosts and landscapes that captivated the masses and gave rise to the optical illusion of vision. Film director Woody Allen has an extreme obsession with cleanliness, often wearing a mask and gloves to avoid the germs of New York City streets. His comedy reflects his anxiety, exploring the neuroses of the intellectual class with a Jewish humor that relies on exaggerating fears and phobias. The dog Laika traveled into space in 1957, becoming the first animal to orbit the Earth, though she died a few hours later from overheating in the cabin. Her collar and spacesuit are museum pieces, a reminder that space exploration was built on the sacrifice of living beings in the name of total science. The conquest of the South Pole clock is a chronometer that froze and stopped at the exact moment Roald Amundsen reached Antarctica, a symbol of triumph. The clock is displayed with the time frozen, a reminder that every second of the expedition was a struggle for survival against the extreme climate and overwhelming adversity. The artist Yoko Ono married John Lennon in Gibraltar to protest racism and war, using her wedding as a political art performance. Her activism has always been radical and controversial, using her fame to promote world peace and challenge societal norms with direct, conceptual art. The plant music system connects sensors to plant leaves to measure their electrical changes, converting these variations into harmonious musical notes. It allows the public to hear the secret life of Flora, demonstrating that even plants have a form of expression that can be translated into sound art. The teddy bear hug machine is a booth that simulates a gentle yet firm hug for people who suffer from loneliness or social anxiety in their daily lives. Invented in Japan, it aims to address the need for physical contact, demonstrating how technology seeks solutions for human emotional needs. Trapa bicornis is a curious aquatic plant native to Asia, recognized for its unusual-looking fruit. Its shape resembles the silhouette of a bat or even a small skull, which has sparked both cultural and ornamental interest. The fruit has an extremely hard black shell that protects the seeds inside. The dragonfly has a curious behavior. It uses its front legs to clean its eyes, gently rubbing them as if drying them. This gesture allows it to remove raindrops, dust, or other particles that interfere with its vision. Since its eyes occupy a large part of its head and are essential for hunting and orientation, keeping them clear is vital. On the island of Madeira, Portugal, there is a truly unique spot, Cascada dos Anjos, a waterfall that plunges directly onto a coastal road. The water gushes from a cliff and flows across the asphalt as if it were part of the urban landscape. Vehicles passing by receive a kind of natural shower, making the journey a unique experience. Rambo, an orangutan residing in a Dubai zoo, has surprised many by learning to drive a golf cart within his enclosure. Under supervision, this intelligent primate moves with ease, demonstrating coordination and memory. His skill has attracted attention on social media, where he has gone viral for his unusual dexterity. Artist Justin Bateman creates striking ephemeral portraits using only natural elements, such as stones and shells collected on the beach. His works, meticulously composed on the sand, depict faces with a surprising level of detail, achieving shadows, contours, and expressions without the need for paint. In Dubai, you'll find one of the world's deepest swimming pools, over 197 feet deep and with a capacity of about 3.7 million gallons of water. This impressive complex, known as Deep Dive Dubai, houses a recreated underwater city with streets, rooms, and objects that simulate a submerged environment. Seiji Tsukimoto devised a surprising method, crafting delicate cards entirely from paper. What's remarkable is that he never uses glue or tape to join the pieces. Every fold is precisely calculated, as if the paper itself held an engineering secret. Little Adelie penguin chicks hatch covered in soft grayish or brown down. Unlike adults, they don't yet display the elegant black and white contrast so characteristic of their species. That dense, fluffy down serves a vital function. It protects them from the frigid Antarctic temperatures. Over time, they molt and develop the definitive plumage that will distinguish them as true Adelie penguins. In the vast African savanna, elephants display a surprising talent. They are great lovers of water. They not only approach rivers to drink, but also enjoy diving into them. These giants can travel long distances, swimming calmly, propelling their enormous bodies with their powerful legs. One of their most curious abilities is using their trunks like snorkels, allowing them to stay underwater for quite some time. In tropical waters lurks a crustacean that looks like it came from a work of art, the painted spiny lobster. Despite its small size, it attracts attention with its vibrant colors that blend blues, reds, and yellows, creating an almost psychedelic pattern. Their way of life also arouses interest, as they tend to move in groups and travel around reefs with coordinated movements. Across the vast Arabian Peninsula stretches a sea of endless dunes, the Rub al-Khali. This inhospitable territory, nicknamed the Empty Quarter, impresses with its magnitude and silence. It is one of the largest sand deserts on the planet, where extreme temperatures and the near total absence of water make it an unforgiving place. In the depths of the ocean lives an almost mythical creature, the siphonophore. Although it appears to be a single animal, it is actually made up of a colony of tiny creatures that work together as if they were a single organism. Its luminous appearance, comparable to the flashes of fireworks, illuminates the marine darkness with bluish and greenish hues. In the warm waters of the ocean hides a creature as peculiar as it is discreet, the striped burrfish. Despite its small size, it is unmistakable due to its spine-covered silhouette and its colors that mimic marine branches or seaweed. This plant-like appearance is no accident, as it serves as perfect camouflage against predators. When threatened, it can inflate its body and accentuate its spines, transforming into a defensive sphere that is difficult to attack. Hidden in the turquoise waters of the Maldives is one of the most unique suites on the planet, the Maraca. This luxurious underwater residence, part of the Conrad Maldives Resort, offers its guests the chance to sleep surrounded by marine life. Its lower level is built below the surface of the sea, with transparent walls and ceiling that allow for a 180-degree view of colorful fish and corals gliding around. On the coast of Telde, in Gran Canaria, an imposing image rises that surprises those who visit Melanara Beach. Amidst the ebb and flow of the waves, a gigantic statue of Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, emerges from the water with his trident raised as if watching over the horizon. The sculpture, known as Neptune of Puntan, has become a symbol of the place and a landmark for locals and tourists alike. At the beginning of the 20th century, New York City was the scene of one of the most unusual scams in history, perpetrated by George Parker. This skilled con artist became famous for repeatedly selling the Brooklyn Bridge itself to unsuspecting people who believed they were making a legitimate investment. His audacity didn't end there. He also tried to appropriate other iconic symbols such as the Statue of Liberty or even Madison Square Garden. In the animal world, stories sometimes emerge that defy expectations, like that of Bob, a very special crocodile. Born in 1997 in South Carolina, Bob came into the world with a congenital anomaly that left him without a tail, a fundamental part for the balance and swimming of his species. However, far from being a curse, his condition turned him into an example of adaptation. Raised in captivity, he learned to move and survive without the help of that powerful limb. In the rainforests of Southeast Asia lives a bird that looks like it was painted by hand, the long-tailed broadbill. Its plumage shimmers with a mix of vibrant greens, bright yellows, and luminous blues, making it a visual spectacle among the foliage. Despite its striking appearance, it is usually a discreet bird, moving in small groups and using soft calls to communicate. Its long tail, which gives it its name, lends it elegance as it flies through the branches. In the arid corners of southern Africa lives a tiny mammal that surprises with its unique appearance, Peter's elephant shrew. Although small in size, it has an elongated trunk reminiscent of a miniature elephant's, which it uses to sniff out insects and capture them with dexterity. Its agile body and swift legs allow it to move quickly among rocks and bushes, avoiding predators. In northern Norway, amidst fjords and mountains, stretches the Fredvang Bridge, a structure that connects the islands of Moskenesøy and Flakstadøy in the Lofoten archipelago. This bridge not only facilitates travel between fishing communities, but also offers those who cross it a privileged view of the sea and the rock formations that characterize the region. When a porcupine is born, its quills pose no danger. They are soft, flexible, and almost invisible to the naked eye. However, within hours they begin to harden, transforming into the feared spines that characterize it. Over time, these quills become its shield against predators. In the United States, a vehicle was designed that broke all records for extravagance, the American Dream Limousine. With a length exceeding 98 feet, this car looks more like a train on wheels than an ordinary vehicle. Equipped with multiple compartments, it included unusual luxuries such as a swimming pool, a helipad, and even a giant bed inside. In Malaysia, an event that blends technology and spectacle takes place, the World Robotics Competition. In this competition, young talents and teams from around the world present robots designed to overcome various challenges, with speed races being one of the most striking events. In these races, the machines must precisely follow a line marked on the ground, demonstrating the accuracy of their sensors and the effectiveness of their programming. On Hainan Island in southern China stands a building that seems to blend into the tropical rainforest, the Bird's Nest Hotel. This luxury resort was designed to integrate with the environment, with structures reminiscent of nests suspended among the trees. From its terraces and windows, visitors enjoy direct views of the dense virgin forest, surrounded by exuberant biodiversity. In the Hokkaido region of Japan, a natural spectacle attracts thousands of visitors every spring. Giga Shimokoto Shibazakura Park. During May and June, vast fields are tinged with a vibrant pink, thanks to the blooming of Shibazakura, also known as pink moss. These tiny flowers form a tapestry that covers hills and paths, creating a landscape that seems straight out of a fairy tale. In Komodo National Park, Indonesia, lies one of the most unique beaches on the planet, the Pink Beach on Padar Island. Its sand acquires a pinkish hue thanks to tiny fragments of red coral that mingle with the white grains, creating a dreamlike landscape. The contrast of the turquoise water with the colored shore makes this place a true natural gem. On the African plains lives a bird that is hard to miss, the marabou stork. Its appearance is unusual, with a bald head, a large beak, and a furry pouch hanging from its chest like an inflated bag. Despite its somewhat ungainly appearance, it plays a vital role in the ecosystem, feeding on carrion and helping to keep the environment clean. In the heart of Namibia lies Mawani Mountain Camp, an accommodation that seems to blend seamlessly into the arid landscape that surrounds it. Nestled among granite hills and reddish rock formations, this camp offers an intimate experience with the African desert wilderness. In the city of Kawasaki, Japan, there is an architectural curiosity that surprises those who discover it: the shortest escalator in the world. With just 5 steps and a total height of 33 inches, this peculiar invention seems more like a joke than a necessity. However, it has operated for decades in the basement of a shopping center, becoming a tourist attraction due to its rarity. In Reykjavik, a temple dominates the skyline of the Icelandic capital, Hallgrímskirkja Church. Considered the largest in the country, its design breaks with tradition and opts for an almost futuristic style. The main tower, which rises imposingly, is inspired by the geometric shapes of basalt lava columns, so characteristic of Iceland's volcanic landscape. In the middle of the islands of Palau lies a place unique in the world, Jellyfish Lake. This body of water became isolated from the ocean about 12,000 years ago, allowing the jellyfish that inhabit it to evolve differently from those in the open sea. Today, millions of these gelatinous animals, completely harmless to humans, migrate en masse following the sunlight throughout the day. In the jungles and savannas of Central and South America lives one of the most striking scavenging birds, the king vulture. Unlike other vultures with a somber appearance, this one stands out for the vibrant colors of its plumage and, above all, for the skin on its head, which displays orange, red, and purple tones. In the city of Wellington, New Zealand, a gigantic surreal hand called Quasi draws attention from the roof of the city gallery. Created by the artist Ronnie Van Hout, this 16-foot sculpture combines human features with a haunting presence that does not go unnoticed. Its peculiar appearance has generated both admiration and debate. The enigmatic galaxy frog owes its name to the starry appearance of its skin, dotted with bright spots reminiscent of the night sky. This tiny and elusive amphibian inhabits remote and inaccessible areas, which has meant that very few have managed to photograph it. Its rarity makes it a jewel of biodiversity. Manatees possess surprisingly agile prehensile lips, capable of grasping, moving, and even manipulating objects with remarkable precision. These flexible structures function almost like fingers, helping them to feed delicately underwater. Thanks to this ability, they can select leaves, stems, and fruits in their environment. Located in Amsterdam, the Van Gogh Museum houses the most extensive collection dedicated to a single artist. This space pays homage to the Dutch genius with more than 200 paintings, 400 drawings, and some 700 personal letters that reveal his inner world. Each room allows visitors to follow Van Gogh's artistic and emotional evolution. Katie Ledecky, renowned Olympic swimmer, surprised the world during the 2020 Tokyo Games by completing a lap of the pool with a glass of milk balanced on her head without spilling a drop. This curious challenge, beyond being entertaining, demonstrated her incredible body control and technique in the water. The scene went viral, highlighting her discipline and precision. Every year in Imperial Beach, California, the fun and popular surf dog competition is held, where dogs of all breeds demonstrate their skills on the waves. Riding surfboards alongside their trainers or alone, these canines captivate the audience with their balance and enthusiasm. Cassie is a revolutionary bipedal robot that has captured global attention by completing the 328-foot dash in under 25 seconds. Designed to mimic human locomotion, it combines advanced engineering with artificial intelligence to maintain balance and speed. Its achievement marks a milestone in dynamic robotics. This type of advancement promises great applications in the future. In the Piedmont region of Italy, a natural phenomenon known as the doubletree of Casorzo stands out. It is a cherry tree that grows remarkably atop the trunk of a living mulberry tree, sharing roots and life. This unusual fusion has astonished botanists and visitors alike. In the picturesque village of Seelbach, Germany, charming houses are built among the treetops. These elevated structures offer a unique lodging experience. Surrounded by nature and with privileged views of the forest, the Audi RSQ e-tron made history by becoming the first electric vehicle to conquer the demanding Dakar Rally. This achievement marked a milestone in motorsport, demonstrating that sustainable technology can also prevail on the toughest terrains on the planet. Its innovative design combines energy efficiency with high performance. And that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome facts.